I thought it might be interesting to say a little bit about this instrument, since some of you might not know it. It's the Hurdy-Gurdy. It's usually called a Hurdy-Gurdy in English, not to be mistaken from the barrel organ, which is also called a Hurdy-Gurdy. This style of instrument is French in design, probably from the sort of late 17th, early 18th century kind of style. And the music we're playing is mostly from France, from the dance music of central France. So those tunes we just played were bourrées, which is traditionally a kind of a group dance with lots of lines of couples dancing together. And I'll just say a little bit about the instrument, and then I'll play a little bit so you can hear it by itself before we play basically another couple of French dance tunes, which are going to be a little bit slower and quieter. So the instrument works a bit like a mechanical violin, or a sort of a very sort of automated violin. So the sound comes from the rubbing of a wooden wheel with the strings that touch it at various points along its circumference. So that's the sound of a single string. But usually the hurdy-gurdy is a little bit like the bagpipes in that usually it has drone strings as well as melody strings. So that gives it this kind of sound. And finally, as you might have heard in that last tune, it also has a rhythmic part to it, which is used to emphasise the beat in the dance tune. And that comes from one of these drone strings has got a slightly rattly bridge instead of a rigid bridge. So it can kind of, depending on how hard I turn the wheel, it can add an extra buzz to the music.